Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of sDragRace. I have actually upgraded my camera and my audio, so you should be seeing my face in a lot more detail. So I'll just make a few adjustments and just switch that around and just a little bit more. Perfect. No, but hopefully you will be able to see and hear a difference in the recording from now on. I was using my phone before and it wasn't ideal really. But anyway, if you saw the last episode, we crafted the mystery spots. We still don't have a mystery spot on the wheel, so if you have any suggestions then leave them down in the comments below. But let's jump straight into today's episode and spin that wheel. And by the way, if it hits a blank space, I'm just going to go to the next one rather than respin again. Oh. I think I need to tighten the wheel, hang on. I think that was supposed to be Chad. You know what, forget it, we'll land on Chad because it was on there and then it tilted back. It was my fault, the wheel was loose, so Chad. No, what are you doing?
Morning, bitches! Hi, everybody! How y'all doing? Good. My name is Chad Michaels, I'm 40 years old. How you doing? How you doing? I'm doing all right.
I'm happy with Chad. That's absolutely fine. She's got plenty of looks to choose from because obviously she was on season 4 and All Stars 1. So I'll have a quick look on the computer and refresh my memory on what kind of looks I kind of want to craft. I think I kind of want the gold, where she painted her head gold, but I'll have a quick check. Right, the options I've kind of come across. I've had a long look. There's tons of looks. So the looks I'm thinking about are the superhero look from All Stars 1, even possibly the promo look from All Stars 1 where she has the pink crown and the yellow hair. That would be an interesting one to craft. Or even the leopard print kind of, even though it's the body one, but she's got a yellow wig on, so I think that would be interesting to craft. Or the gold painted head one that I was on about before. I think I'm going to go for the promo look from All Stars 1. I think that's a really interesting look. I think I could have a lot of fun with that as well. So let us grab some clay and then we'll get started. Right, I'm back and I've pre-rolled some of my clay. And if you remember from the last episode, I had a ton of issues with kind of the moldability of the clay. This one's a lot softer, so it should be so much easier for us because I was chewed to death the last episode. And yeah, hopefully we'll do a decent job of Chad. I just want to cut kind of the head out, but I'm not going to go for the top because the hair and the crown's going to be there. It's quite an easy shape. Right, let's have a go. Yeah, that looks about right. And then obviously, so that'll be the face, and now I need the hair. And I did manage to find Coco's address, so the last queen I crafted. So I should have, by the time this is up, I should have sent it. And hopefully Coco got it. Fingers crossed anyway. But hopefully I can find Chad's address. Hopefully she's got a PO box or something. The thing is, I actually really like Chad. I think she's one of the queens who were just really nice on the show. She seemed like quite a genuine person. I think she was very, what's the word? She was quite, what is the word? My brain's not working. She's quite underestimated, I suppose. I don't know whether that's the right word, it probably isn't. But she was very polished and she's really great. What irritated me is obviously on her season, she got all the kind of criticism from mainly Michelle about how polished she is. And it's like, so? That's like a good thing, you know? I thought that was, it was kind of unfair. But I really liked Chad. See, there was a funny thing on YouTube, and I think it was when drag queens reacted to mean comments, and there's this person who basically said that Chad only won All Stars because Ru basically thought she didn't have long left to live. But the thing is, she took it really decently and nice, and that's the thing with Chad. I think she's very much a professional. her hair is like really kind of a blunt cut at the front, so I want that really kind of nice and neat. Obviously this bit doesn't matter really because I'm going to put the crown there, so that'll kind of distract from how shit it looks. The thing is, obviously she was on All Stars 1, which was a hot mess. It was absolutely terrible. But I suppose she kind of deserved to win. It's a difficult one to judge really because they were on teams and you were only as good as your kind of teammate, and it was a shame. I would love them to do All Stars 1 again, but just kind of them all on their own competing, because I would love to see Pandora Box again. I would actually really like to see Mimi I'm First as well, even though obviously she got absolutely slated in All Stars 1. But I would like to see a lot of them. That's why I was happy with All Stars 4, the fact that Latrice and Manila are getting to compete again, because it's good that basically people who haven't seen kind of that generation of Drag Race are becoming kind of familiar with them, because they're really decent queens, you know. Sometimes we think about kind of the newer queens that come along and they've got all the impressive looks and stuff, but you have to think about the older queens as well, who were on before kind of these new lot. I think they get forgotten a lot of the time, but some of them are like tanks in the drag world, you know. Now I'm going to make a crown. It's kind of like kite shapes, so I think I'm just going to do quite an abstract kind of kite shape along here, and I think that'll work. She kind of looks like an Egyptian here. You can't really see the kite shape on the other ones. You know what, I'm just going to go for kind of little points. I suppose as well I've chosen a look that people might not be familiar with because it was a promo look, but it's just going to be so much easier for me to make this look. Because any queen with kind of really natural looking kind of makeup, I'm Right, I think that looks decent enough for kind of their hair and the crown. I think I'm happy with that. Now we'll move on to the eyes. I'm going to do the same thing I did with Coco when I just kind of crafted the little kind of beads for eyes and then painted around them. I thought that worked a lot better than what I ended up doing in the first episode, which was terrible. Chad's eyes are really like, they're literally touching her fringe, so I want this to kind of be about, probably is about here, and then I can add the other makeup there. I think she's got a cat eye as well by the looks of things, so that'll be interesting. And noses, again, I'm doing an incredibly simple nose because I can't craft noses for shit. So there we go, there's a nose. Lips. Right, big drag queen lips again. Right, some lips. They're a little asymmetrical, but that's fine. They're massive as well. Sorry Chad, I've given you an extra bit of silicone in your face. Yeah, let me know your thoughts down below as well on, you know, Chad. Were you a Chad fan? Were you not? I'd be surprised if anyone wasn't a Chad fan, to be fair. Or at least if anyone had kind of negative thoughts of Chad. I don't think she did particularly anything that would kind of piss anyone off. Right, now I need to get some extra clay for the shoulders because I don't have enough. I'll do that for the kind of body and then I'll add the shoulders off because it goes, the shoulders kind of go behind the hair. I suppose they're just kind of triangles, aren't they? I think that looks alright actually. I don't think that looks too bad for where we are at the minute. So what I'll do next is I'll pop her in the oven, I'll prime her, and then I'll meet you back here and we can decorate her. And hopefully it'll start to look like Chad. Okay, I'm back and she's been painted and baked and primed. And I think I've done, for once, a decent colour match on the skin. The colours for this one are pretty straightforward, it's just pink and yellow, so we'll start off with the yellow because I think, oh, this paint is quite thin, so I might have to do a couple of coats. Start off with the hair. Yeah, this is definitely going to need a couple of extra coats later on when it's dry. The shoulder pads are yellow as well, but they're the same colour as her hair. And I kind of don't want to paint that yellow too because it'll just kind of blend in at once. Give us a sec, I'm going to get a different kind of yellow for the shoulders. I'll try this yellow just so it has a little bit of a contrast. Because otherwise it'll be too matchy-matchy. They look the same anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Now, we'll go for... I'll do the pink next, because it's probably the easiest thing to do. So I'm going to leave kind of a gap for a neck, and then I'm going to paint this bit pink to represent the top she's doing. Usually there would be some yellow that meets up with the shoulder pads, but I just don't want to kind of make her too yellow. Yeah, that pink's going to need a couple more coats as well because that's on the thin side. Alright, we'll do a crown in the same colour. Thing is with Chad as well, I thought it looks quite creative on the show. I thought out of anyone, she kind of experimented a lot more with kind of hairstyles and makeup and stuff. And I thought she did it really well as well, like if she fancied kind of, I remember a little kind of weird pink little pom-pom things when they had the political challenge. That was a very well developed character. And a very well developed look as well. She's just very versatile, I think. She can do a lot of everything. I suppose she's probably one of the, not oldest, but longest kind of working drag queens on Drag Race. I think she probably is up there. She probably is one of the most experienced they've had. The likes of kind of her and Charlie Hyde's, Pork Chop I think as well, Victoria Pork Chop. I think she was at it for quite a while. I feel like it's starting to look more and more like Chad now. What next? I'll do the lip. Her lip's kind of a mix between red and pink. So if I just take a bit of this red and mix it with that, that should hopefully give us a similar colour. Eyes. Got like yellow eyes on this one. I'll have to. These are obviously a pupil, so we'll colour these in black. You know what? I've just realised what like it kind of looks like. It's that I don't really know it particularly well. That cartoon program or whatever, and it's got that princess. I'm not sure, I'll probably just put a photo up on the screen, but it reminds me of that at the minute, strangely enough. It just came to my head there. I don't know whether to go for, put some white around and then just dot some yellow in between just to kind of hint at it. I'll get some white. I want to actually add a little bit of yellow as well. Well, I think I've made that look awful. Completely ruined it, but I'll have to fix that later. Everything's too wet. Right, eyelashes. She doesn't really have eyebrows because they're hiding under her hair, so that's perfect. So just add lots of eyelashes. Oh, fuck. I put my finger in it, bollocks. That's the problem with kind of painting onto wet paint, it's really difficult. But if I waited between layers it would take me forever to make these, so I'll just tidy everything up off camera and it makes it simple. I think that's about it really. I think I just need to, hang on, let's have a quick look. Yeah, she looks absolutely crazy on the main camera that I'm looking at now, but this is it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have to add some details, so like her lips are lined with kind of a black, so I need to add that. but I just need to wait for everything to dry and add a few more coats of stuff. But that's the issue I'm having there though. That looks, the points look like where her hair's flicking out, but it's not. They're shoulder pads, okay? They're shoulder pads. But I think she looks alright. What I'll do is I'll probably pop an image on here of what kind of the finished piece looked like when I eventually touched it all up. But that's it for today's episode of Craft Race. I'll now take Chad off the board. Come on, Chad. And hopefully I can find his address and send him it, and hopefully he'll like it as well. It was trickier than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a really easy one today, but for some reason I've struggled a lot. But let me know down below in the comments, did I do alright? Did I do shit? You know, fire away, I'm fine with it. But who do you want to see crafted on the next episode of Craft Race? And hopefully you liked this video too. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so then you don't miss any of the future episodes of Craft Race or any of the videos I do on the channel. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!